The 22nd U.S. Colored Infantry was formed in January of 1864 in Camp William Penn outside of Philadelphia. It had over 900 men. The officers, which were maybe about 45 or so, were white. The rest of them were African Americans. And a month after the unit was organized, the majority of the men in the unit were from New Jersey. And when it was organized, they went down to Williamsburg, Virginia in February of 1864, and they were involved in skirmishes and other activities down there until the Battle of Petersburg in June of 1864, in which they stormed two fortifications and took them and captured them with one particular individual, James Woby, who was very heroic and waved the flag and encouraged the men on, and they almost captured the town of Petersburg, except the general in charge held everybody back. Could have shortened the war by some months, but unfortunately the general made a mistake, as they often do. And then during the rest of the siege of Petersburg, which lasted 9 months, they were active in several battles, Newmarket Heights being the most prominent, where they broke the Confederate line again, chased 2 Confederate regiments down a road, and then withdrew when heavy Confederate reinforcements came up. As the war came to a close, they had the honor of being the first infantry unit into the city of Richmond, Virginia, which, needless to say, unsettled these citizens. And see this black regiment marching down the streets on April the 3rd, 1865. With the conclusion of the war, they were chosen to represent the entire United States Colored Troops organization, which had almost 200,000 men in it, at Abraham Lincoln's funeral, where they marched in the funeral procession. They were then also deployed to try and catch John Wilkes Booth, one of the elite units that was detailed to that duty. And then after that, they were sent to Texas on occupation duty. Then they returned to Pennsylvania to Camp William Penn in the fall of 1865 when they were discharged, and then the Jerseymen came back to New Jersey. But I like to look on it as being the most New Jersey of any of the United States Colored Troop regiments, because probably 75% or so of the men were from New Jersey.